Epilepsy warning, this game is extremely bright, flashy, and colorful. You have been warned. Geometry Wars 2 might just be the most addictive game ever made. You will sit down and all of a sudden, 4 hours have disappeared. It was one of the many Xbox Live Arcade games for the 360, and while being much more simplistic than a lot of other games, it was able to gain a niche following. Now, as a child, I did not have an Xbox or any console for that matter. In fact, for a long time, I thought that Xbox was a website where you played Flash games. That's the level that I was on. So there was pretty much no way of me ever finding out that this game existed. But just last year, I was with a guy who showed me this game, and my life changed forever. The game has 6 different game modes. All of these in some way involve your character, who we're just gonna call the ship from now on, getting infinitely chased around by waves of glowing enemies who kill you if you run into them. Killing an enemy will give you points and cause them to drop these green crystals called geoms, which when picked up increase your point multiplier, allowing you to get exponentially more and more points anytime you kill something, all while the waves of enemies get exponentially bigger and bigger. Usually you have a gun to shoot the enemies with. Sometimes you have bombs which wipe the screen but don't give you any points, and if you've got bombs, you're usually given multiple lives as well. It sounds and looks very simple, but play one round and bam, your soul now belongs to this game. And if it doesn't get you on the first try, remember that there's 6 total game modes that are statistically bound to get you hooked. There's Deadline, where you need to get as many points as you can in 3 minutes. King, where you can only shoot from these safe zones which shrink as you enter them. Waves, where they constantly throw rows of these enemies that move only in one straight line, while occasionally throwing regular enemies into the mix. Sequence has you progressing through 20 pre-made levels with the goal of making it to the end while also clearing each level as efficiently as possible. And Evolved is pretty much the main game mode where you just destroy as much as you can and last for as long as possible. But all modes are dwarfed by Pacifism. This is the mode that got me into the game. You don't have guns, you don't have bombs, you only have 1 life, and the only enemy that appears are these diamonds that just blindly follow you around. The way you deal with them are these gates that spawn around the arena, and traveling through them causes an explosion, killing all diamonds that are close enough. It's pretty basic, but I think its simplicity alongside the sheer dopamine you get from destroying hordes of diamonds at a time and then getting all of their geoms is what makes it so good, and is also the reason why I have a 100 million high score on it. The thing these modes all have in common is that they get difficult really fast to an insane level where surviving for even a second longer becomes nearly impossible. Like, here's some gameplay from Evolved about 2 minutes into the run. Pretty simple stuff. Now let's have a look at what it looks like 2 minutes later. The game has so many other small features, but they each add so much. There's multiplayer, which can be played in either versus, co-op, or this co-op mode where one player controls the movement and the other controls the shooting. You've got the achievements to unlock, some of which are just flat out unreasonable. But the most important feature is the leaderboard, where you can see your friends' scores, which alone isn't uncommon to see in games like this, but the game will also constantly taunt you by showing the score of whoever's beating you in the top corner of the screen at all times. Let's just say that there is a reason why this game is called Geometry Wars, and it's a war that is worth fighting over. The visuals are so simple yet stimulating. The way the score functions by getting exponentially larger the more you increase your multiplier is just intoxicating. If you die, bam, 2 buttons, and with no delay, you're plugged right back into the Matrix, all while you're listening to this soundtrack. Sometimes it likes to take more of a backseat, helping you focus. Sometimes it picks it up a bit like, yeah. And other times it just takes you to another dimension entirely.
You know that new sound you're looking for? Well, listen to this!
Fuck you, Marlon.